So our story is not an easy one to tell. It's not one of grandeur or accomplishments or joy. It's really one of pain, but it's important to tell, and it's probably more common than you think it is. I remember the day that I got the call from school. The school psychologist called me and said, "I have your daughter here, and we have something to tell you." I never expected what they had to tell me. What they had to tell me was that she was engaging in self-harm. She was cutting herself, that she was a cutter. I remember feeling like the breath had just been knocked out of me. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. How was I going to handle this? You can't be prepared for that. So I took a breath. I was in the Woodman's parking lot, and I listened to what the school psychologist had to say, and she really did a great job driving our conversation. And I think I said all the right things. I hope I said all the right things, and I agreed to meet my daughter at home after school. And then I just sat there, and I thought, what do I do now? How am I going to tell her dad? Who do I tell? Who don't I tell? All of those things go through your mind. You're not really sure where to start. So she came home and we had our conversation, and I just gave her lots of hugs and just tried to make it through that day, because I knew if I can make it through that day, we could make it through the next days. Your initial reactions are going to be pretty extreme. I remember as I was driving home, making a list in my head. I'm kind of a big list person, and saying, I'm going to take the doors off of all the rooms. She's not going to take a shower or sleep at night with a door, because you know what you can do behind a door. And I was going to go through her room and take everything out so she couldn't have access to anything that could hurt herself. I was going to go to school with her, sit with her in class, follow her around, make sure that she was safe. We teach our kids so many things in this world to stay safe, but we don't know that we need to teach them how to stay safe from themselves, to not get to the point where they want to hurt themselves. So, I think the most helpful thing that I ever did was take a step back and really focus in on using the words we and us. As soon as I stopped thinking about me, what was this doing to me? How could she do this to me? How could she do this to herself? And I became a plural. We started to really be able to make a difference. When I sat down and I said, we love you, we're going to go through this together, and I focused on loving her where she's at, that's when things seem to start to be better. You can't stop them from cutting. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say, but you can keep loving them so that they can love themselves and they can get past using cutting to let their pain go. You'll lose it at some point. You really will. I did. That screaming, wailing, curling up in a ball feeling, it's going to come. And it's really important that you have your support around you, because you can't do that in front of your child. They need you to be strong. They need you to be the one that they cling to, that they can count on. But you have to find a way to have that outlet. That's why you have to have people around you, whether it's a spouse or a significant other, or your own parent or a neighbor or friend or whoever that is, because you need that outlet. You just can't do it in front of your child. They can't take that. You have to remember that while you have a lot of pain and you're in pain, their pain is more. It's deeper. It goes much deeper than you know, and you have to focus on their pain. When you're together, you can't let them in to see your pain. You can let them know you're sad, and you can let them know that you wish they wouldn't be hurting themselves, but you have to focus in on their pain. You know, I really believe that if you can focus in on loving them where they're at, that they will come through this and you'll come through it with them. My daughter's doing great. She's going to be a senior in high school. She's getting ready for college. She's got good grades. She's playing a couple sports. She's got great friends. She's got a great attitude. She's brilliantly beautiful, both inside and out. She's making it. But it's been a journey, and there's a lot of ups and downs, and you have to stay with it. You have to love them where they're at. You have to be present for them, and you just have to know that you'll come out on the other side. Just don't give up.